Hi, my name is Bernadette Clancy and I chose Artisan Jam to base the business model canvas on. So the segment I chose was those in their mid-30s to mid-50s. They would be in permanent pensionable jobs and are willing to spend more on high quality products. They like to lead a healthy lifestyle and they make sure to read labels on food and drinks that they buy. They like to show their knowledge of food, drink and travel when they're dealing with family and friends. And they like to experiment with different tastes in food. They like to be seen also to be the first to discover new options that are on the market in food and drinks. These people would have the money to be in high-end gyms, they love travelling and they like to change their car each year. So that's the customer segment, and then I go over to building block number 2, which is the value proposition. And that would be the fruit is grown locally, it's organic and it's grown locally. It's low in sugar, so the likes of organic honey and products such as stevia is used to sweeten it. It's produced locally. And there can be discounts through the use of loyalty cards and by returning the jars to the outlets where they purchased them from. The product is an alternative healthy treat and it creates employment in the local community. And that brings us over to building block number 3, which is the channels. So they would be local health food stores and delicatessens, small supermarkets, hotels and restaurants, and farmers markets, plus online sales in Ireland and overseas. And that piece is important and I want to come back to that at the end. So that moves us across to building block number 4, which is the customer relationships. So that would be for a healthier lifestyle, they trust in the ingredients that are used. The producer is known locally, probably grew up in the same area that they now work in, and the growers are also known locally. And that brings us to building block number 5, the revenue streams. So there'd be the retail sales from the outlets where they purchase them and online, and revenue created through the loyalty cards and the recycling of the jars. And then we go to building block number 6, the key resources. And that is the production plant, the human resources, the expertise used in the production of the product, the jar and label suppliers, the delivery vans for the direct sales, and the digital marketing such as Facebook and LinkedIn, and also branding. And that brings us to building block number 7, our key activities, which will be obviously the production of the jam itself, the marketing and promotion of the product, the research of ingredients from the organic growers, financial reports such as income and expenditure. And that brings us to building block number 8, which is our key partners. So they would be the local stakeholders such as the delicatessens and food stores, health food stores that supply the product, local newspaper and radio advertisements. So some of the local newspapers are free, so your ad for a small business would be free. State bodies that deal with food standards in Ireland and overseas, and national food award organisers and your IT designer. And that brings us to our cost structure, building block number 9. So our fixed cost would be the rent on the premises you're using, property tax, cost of hiring machinery, staff salaries, and variable costs such as the insurance, building maintenance and the maintenance on vans, diesel or petrol, and the variable costs with the fixed element would be the heating and lighting. And I mentioned earlier that I wanted to come back here. I chose the artisan jam because it's in most of the small supermarkets all around Ireland. And what they seem to aim for is an overseas market. They've also scaled the artisan product, which means it's not artisan anymore. So, for instance, if I was doing this myself as a business plan, I would in advance know that I was only going to produce small batches. And it wouldn't be a business that you'd get rich at all, probably. However, it'd be cut out for somebody who's actually passionate about making this product by hand and becoming known for that purpose. So that would be the only flaw in the one that they have at the moment where these jams are being sold. So I hope that that is easy to understand and that you enjoy looking at it as much as I've enjoyed making it. And I hope you don't see how nervous I've been while doing so. But thanks a million. All the best.